Hello and welcome to Driver's Therapy. In today's video, we're taking the instrument panel from the Honda S800 and we are taking it apart because we're gonna refurbish it the Driver's Therapy way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off these gauges, we're gonna send this off to get redone so that black could come back and be nice, and then we're gonna put everything together, we're gonna polish the faces, and it's gonna look really cool. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring you along as we disassemble it, because it's not gonna be a long process, but I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So let's get started. All right, before we get wrenching away, we're gonna take a moment to really appreciate this instrument cluster. Look at this, guys. This is from 1968, and that is a long time ago. But if you really look at kind of like the indicators, they really have a really unique look to them. Now, I'm a big Star Trek fan, and what these lights remind me of is the first Star Trek, of the first Enterprise. They just kind of have that really saturated color to it. It looks really cool. The blue looks like almost like a gem, and the green, and it looks really unique. It has a really different look. So our gauges are really cool, but one of the best things that stand out about the S800 is look at this tachometer, guys. It goes up to 11,000 RPMs. That is super cool because in the world of automotive, anything that revs over 8,000 RPMs is essentially really cool. And this was a motorcycle hybrid engine. So they said that you could actually rev it in the 9,000, 11,000 range, which is crazy. Now, of course, red line here, or for our instrument cluster, shows orange line. It shows about 8,500. But I heard rumors that people went all the way to 11,000 safely, which is crazy. All right, let's get started and let's start taking it apart. All right, I'm thinking that we should start with this over here, guys. And the reason why is because we're gonna wanna flip this over, and I kind of feel like this is gonna be in our way. So our main thing is we're just gonna kind of wanna keep everything the way that it was, because we don't wanna lose anything. But we got our horn button out, and that's a good start. Now we can flip it over. I've got some bubble wrap here in the bottom, and we're gonna go ahead and start taking stuff apart here. All right, I've got a, let's see, what do we have? 8mm. Very traditional socket size for on the small components, and really anything Japanese small size was an 8. I would say 8 and 10mm are really popular. All right. Now, I've never done this before, but, you know, I am a master tech, so I'm kind of using my common sense here. All right, I do see some washers. Look, that looks like a lock washer. We want to make sure we say that correctly. And then we have another lock washer, and it looks like a grounding cable here. Now that we have this, let's see if anything happens. All right, nothing's moving. Let's see what's going on here. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take off this connector here. Okay. And now, I don't know. Again, we're just kind of looking at it like a puzzle here. And, oh, looks like this came off. And let's see, will this gauge, all right. Sometimes these come off, but we don't want to yank them. I think that could just come out. And it looks like this face isn't wanting to come out, but look at these screws. I'm almost thinking this is probably for the face because I see a form of a connection here. So let me go ahead and get a small flathead. All right, we have our Craftsman little flathead made in the USA. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and remove this screw. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off, we don't wanna lose stuff, so let me get that over here. I'm going to start off by removing these two screws. Again, I've never done this before, and I did not look at the manual, but I'm thinking logic says that might do it. We're also going to do it with the two back here. I think I'm right, guys. I think that this is actually what connects the front of the gauge face. All right. So we've got 4 small screws out, and at this time, look at this, guys. Ooh, we got this out, and our speedometer's out. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do these switches as well. Using common logic, I'm gonna unscrew what I could see could be unscrewed. I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but so that looks like that just is for the light, which is fine. That's gonna take off the bulbs, and I'm almost wondering if this is just, we're gonna get back to that because that looks a little tricky. Okay, now that we've done one side, we could move at a faster pace for the other side. Grounding strap. So at this point in time, I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna go get some baggies because organization is key. Okay, we have our bag. As you can see, we went ahead and put our speedometer stuff in there. And now we're gonna continue working on a tachometer. And I'm gonna try to move with a purpose. All right, we have locking washer, remove that. And at this point in time, we know that this will come out. But I already noticed that there's something, we're gonna disconnect this as well, because this is, here, let's get this out first. But I already see there's something different compared to the tachometer, that there's not a face there. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is a quick disconnect. Oh, there it goes. You know, for it being this old, that actually didn't feel bad. Okay, we didn't have to take off the bezel off of this one, which is nice. But here is our tachometer. And to be honest with you, we're gonna try to see if we can. We're not sure if we can or not, but we're gonna see if we could paint that red again. If not, we'll just kind of leave that how it is. Okay, we're gonna put that over there. Okay, so we have, now check this out, guys. I tested this off camera, but this does unscrew. Look at that. Oh, I love these colors. Again, reminds me of Star Trek. I'm putting them back the way they are, and I'm using my little tool here with some safe grips on it. And what that does, it's not gonna mark up the plastic or material if you're using the metal on it. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Same thing as well, we wanna make sure we get this back in the way it was. We're gonna put it over here. All right, let's work on the next ones. We're unscrewing it. And same thing as this one. And again, I am shocked by how nice everything is unscrewing. Maybe I spoke too early, guys. You know what they say. All right, we'll come back to that one, but we're gonna get it though. All right, this one I'm pretty sure we could use this tool, just like that. All right. Boom. And we got that one out. Okay, we're moving on. We're gonna get back to that one, but I'm gonna get an extra tool here in a second. Okay, let's go ahead and disconnect connectors. That will help us clear out some space here. Looks like this bad boy has a lot. Man, what is this? There's a lot of connectors here. Fuel and amperage. Okay, that makes sense. You gotta know how much fuel you got. And, okay. Now we're gonna, so we could get this wiring harness out, what we're gonna do is we're gonna, oh man, looks like these are longer ones. So this is a good time for me to go get a long or deep socket for this one and also get a tool so we could hold that one. All right, we got our deep socket and we got this loose. Let's go ahead and get that loose. Let's take this one out while we're already there. And we got our gem out as well. I'm gonna call these gems because they were so cool. All right, let's get back over here. We're gonna use our deep socket to get these off. As a matter of fact, this one looks like, I could be imagining it, but this kind of looks like a, what do you call those? A lock nut. It feels like a lock nut too. Let's see, guys. Let's see what this is. Is it a lock nut? It is a lock nut. Very, very unique. All right, you know what? We want to make sure we have a video about this. You see, I'm stumbling on my words because I always get excited about the small stuff. You know, you don't see lock nuts typically in this area. So they wanted to make sure that that ground was in there. All right. Putting all this together. So look at this, guys. We're here in a second. We're going to be able to pull this harness off. Ugh. The last one. He's holding on, guys. Well, the bulb came out. That's good enough. All right. So we have the harness out. And this bad boy, I think we're going to have to take some screws off. So let's go back to, let's see what this is right here. That's our temp gauge. Now, I know you guys are awesome out there, but I highly recommend you guys check out our paid courses because we have some really good information there. If you guys want to learn how to be better technicians, just learn how to be better mechanics or whatever you want to call it. Okay, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I'm going to get a new bag. I'm going to put these in here. And then we're going to have to label these. At least she will help us label those here in a second. Okay, we're going to get the temperature gauge out. We'll put it face down for now. It's nice and clean. And then we are down to our multi-gauge. But guys, this is not wanting to come off unless, okay, we got that part off. But will the gauge come out? Okay, there it is. And we are done, guys. Woo! All right, so this is what we're going to do. This is metal. But let's test it. You know how nerdy we are. Let me go get a magnet real quick. All right, guys, let's see. All right. This is aluminum. Whoa, that is neat. You got to think aluminum was kind of a commodity. It was rare back earlier in the days. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop this off at Pro Powder Coating in Grand Junction with Ryan. And he's going to do his magic, and we're going to see if we keep all of this beautiful. But when this comes back, this is going to be a beautiful luster. And we're going to go ahead and polish these. Okay, hopefully they're still good and they're not going to be ornamental. And we're just going to get everything nice and neat and put it all together, and you guys will see a big difference. All right, well, thanks for watching this video. The next video, you'll see us put it all together, and you'll see the difference of how beautiful it'll look. All right, guys, thanks for watching. You take care, and we'll see you soon.